All right, here's the deal, okay? When it comes to efficiency, Chris Paul's night tonight was absolutely terrible. But at the same time, he did pretty much everything the Warriors wanted him to do. People got to realize that the Warriors acquired Chris Paul so he can match the timeline of this team while they're still trying to win. Jordan Poole did not do that. Jordan Poole was a young, immature player who was very inefficient and could not set up his teammates for success. So, let's watch some film to see how Chris Paul proved that thesis. Even when he's not hitting, he's still doing shit like this, okay? Coming out of a timeout, you can trust someone like Chris Paul to make a play, to make the right decision, especially when it comes to passing the ball. That's what they did. Again, his maturity, recognizing the open man. Jordan Poole is not looking to pass the ball when he has the ball at the top of the key. You have scorers already, so when you have Chris Paul, you have the ability to feed your scorers the ball in more efficient ways and get them better looks, and that's what he's been doing. This is a perfect example right here. The Warriors running their very famous, infamous to teams around the NBA, their screen package. Kevon Looney comes up, and you just have a very easy way to get your guys the ball. You don't need another scorer in Jordan Poole who's inefficient. And then these are just your new use of Nurkic just being an absolute traffic cone. But it is encouraging to see that CP3, like even at 72 years old, he can still move. Just from a basketball perspective, like, can you get a little lower, Nurkic? I mean, I know you think this dude is like an old man, but like, it's pretty encouraging to see CP3 still being able to be a threat as a scorer. Again, just taking advantage of a big man. He's done this since his entire life. Seeing him execute offensively in the scoring department is encouraging. He still has his game. He still has his mid-range pull-ups. And obviously he's going to have a lot of open looks because of the attention you have to pay to Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. Look how Grayson Allen's shadowing Klay Thompson. Look how D-Book's shadowing Steph Curry. That leaves open looks for guys like Chris Paul. He's not as much of a scoring threat as Jordan Poole, so he's not going to get as much attention when it comes to him trying to score the ball, which leads to open looks like this. Look, his second half was great, okay? Overall, CP3 was making the right decisions for most of the game, and he was setting up his teammates for success. 9 assists, okay? That's what they want from him. It's going to be very interesting to see when Draymond comes back in the rotation, because obviously, he's the one. Draymond is the one. Draymond has always been the facilitator of this offense, so to see those two working in conjunction with each other is going to be very interesting. Yes, CP3 is probably going to come off the bench. I mean, their small ball lineup has obviously succeeded in the past, but it would just be very, very weird. CP3, Curry, Klay, Wiggins, and Draymond would be otherworldly small. That would be insanely small. Look, it's the first game of the season. CP3 had a very CP3-like game. 14, 9, and 6, 2 steals. I see his efficiency going up in the future, but this was an encouraging way to start the season for Chris Paul, doing most of the things that the Warriors brought him in to do. Maturity, getting Curry and Klay the ball, and making the right decision, okay? As this season goes on, this team is going to start to gel a lot more. We see it happen every time someone unfamiliar gets brought into this Warriors offense. It's a system, and Chris Paul is going to just be a part of it. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.